What
Yo,
going on with y'all on this beautiful and wonderful work with it's your boy Coach Will, right along with my main man, the billionaire Mon, coming to y'all live with very first episode of 24/5 podcast, where you gonna get your weekly dose of motivation, news, and encouragement to get this thing rolling. You feel me? Tap in with us and watch us blow your mind.
hey man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you joining this beautiful thing we created, man. What it is, man. Both of our podcasts have made a baby, man. No Diddy though. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't create something special, man. We didn't merge. We didn't collab on something big, man. It's been a overdue time thing. So we finally made it happen, man. So I really do appreciate the people that's about to attend, the audience from both sides about to get a good dose of love, respect, and accountability and motivation, man. This all year, man. We're gonna keep it going for the rest of the year, for the rest of our lives. We plan, you know what I'm saying? If it's in God planning. But man, I'm glad to be here, man. So let's get this thing on and popping, man. This is our first take at everything right now. So let's get it, man.
Man, first thing, bro, is prepping for this flight, bro. Like prepping for this experience. And
Prepping for
our
this,
our
man.
back. We been in this podcasting realm for a little bit, for a minute, you know.
Right.
So now it's time to really collab and build our own show, man. And from the from the wee hours of us building our own shows and getting them started to us now collabing, bro. It's just about getting all the points in line first, you know, kind of just getting the
Yeah, boy.
people really what they seeking. First of all, let y'all know 24/5 weekly day podcast gonna come out once a week. You feel me? But within this 24/5 podcast, you gonna be able to come to get your one stop shop for motivation. Just I guess firsthand of what we go through as far as entrepreneurial or as far as just living life in general,
Taking care of
about
your
how we,
family, all that, man.
all that good stuff, man. Just really being a moral, valued individual, like making sure you stick to your morals and standing true with the values that you believe in, and that's gonna be a major part of 24/5. Just like 24/7, y'all got 24 hours, 7 days a week. Yeah, what? It's 24 hours and 5 days for the work week, and guess what? You need motivation for every day of the
Come
work
on
week, and we're
now.
gonna try to get it to you.
You
Feel
don't
me?
never
So
need the motivation on the weekend. You chilling on the weekend. You got your
chilling on
feet
the
kicked up
weekend.
on the weekend, but Monday through Friday, it's struggle. It's struggle for all that.
Hey, Monday through Friday, it's a struggle, but
I said,
we
give me
want to
the
be.
Friday.
You feel me? We want to be able to be that show to get you to your Friday. You feel me? And if you get to that Friday, guess what? You better check in to Forever Family Fridays. And guess what? If you make it to that Monday, you better check in to that closed on Mondays,
Come
because
on,
we
man.
coming to you back to back to back. If you ain't got nothing on Monday, you better catch it on Wednesday. If you ain't catch
Hey,
it on Wednesday, you better catch it on Friday. If
hey,
you don't catch it on
you
Friday, you
got
better repeat on
you
Monday.
you really getting three dose, man. Three dose of some good information, man, and some good affirmation to keep you going, to keep you motivated, to move forward, and to keep your goals. You got to keep your goals intact, man. A lot of folks fell off the wagon, including myself, but I got right back on it and I held on it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a tough ride last year, but a lot of us made it through, man. And I kudos to the ones that made it through. Kudos for the ones that keep going, even though they didn't make it through. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole nother year to do it all over again. So be grateful for that. Be grateful for that.
Oh yeah, gotta be grateful for that, man. And with that being said, we're gonna kick it out like this, man. We're gonna just give y'all an in-depth perspective, and I'm gonna put my ball on the spot right now. That boy B and that man. I guess what's one key thing that you want to give in 24/5 podcast that people can make sure they get each and every week they tune in, because we gonna get it to them. You get what I'm saying? So now
Right.
we starting out that first episode to where we gonna say some things, and if the crowd listening, our peers listening, make sure y'all hold us steady to this. You know what I'm saying? Because we really trying to get y'all something that make y'all want to tune into every week. You know what I mean? So, our GP, with that being said, my guy,
The
24/5 podcast,
the biggest thing
the billionaire.
the biggest thing I want to portray on this podcast is giving people a safe space, because we gonna say some stuff that we ain't trying to rub you the wrong way, but we trying to make you get used to being get comfortable with being uncomfortable, especially if it's something to better you. But at the same time, this is a safe space. I ain't trying to make nobody feel bad on here, but sometimes I might say some stuff. It might be calling somebody out. I don't know, but I like being called out. I like being held to a higher accountability, so that it helps me be a better person. You know what I'm saying? It helps me to look forward. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do better. I got to be a better person. I got to be a better father. I don't mind being called out, but make sure you know what you're talking about when you do call me out. But I'm going to put a person in a position where I can help them grow with people, the peers, the people that's listening. I'm gonna say some things to help you grow, to stretch you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, this is a safe space. I ain't tearing nobody up. I'm tearing nobody down. I'm trying to build everybody up, man. So that's one of those biggest takes for me that I want to bring towards this podcast. What about you, Coach? What you got, man? What you got cooking up, man? What's on your plate?
Man, for me, I ain't even gonna hold you. For me, it is more so about blessing them with gems. You know what I mean? Making sure they get the gems that they need to hear for the most part. Because, like I said, you only just need to hear a few words and it can change your outlook on the week. You feel me? You only need a few words, change your outlook on the day. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my biggest thing is what I'm always staying true to is motivating you or saying what you need to hear to get it to click for you. You get what I'm saying? And for me, that's just me. I just like to motivate, keep people informed, and stay true to it. And like you said, I don't mean no disrespect. If I come off and say something that might offend you, I'm sorry, but I ain't sorry, because I'm going to keep it a buck with you. But at the same time, same way I expect Billionaire Mon to hold me accountable and we straight true to the podcast. Hey, look, y'all drop y'all comments below. Make sure y'all tap in with us and have a conversation with us. And guarantee we're going to get right back with y'all. You feel me? So tune in, man. Chop it up with it. You know, we'll get back at you and we'll go from there. All GP.
We love feedback, man. Good or bad. We love feedback, man. And just to piggyback off that, man. Another thing, I want to bring in like more of like real life experiences, especially. I'm a young dude, but at the same time, I'm an old head to the youngest. So I want to make sure I can share some of my experiences, my downfalls, even my uprises, man. I want to make sure my footsteps could help you go to the better version or the better self of what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So just putting that in perspective. If I make a mistake, you should learn from it. Although we might not make the same mistake, your situation might be a whole lot different than mine, but you can pull out something out of my mistake and learn from it. So just be mindful and just watch yourself, watch what you're doing and all that stuff. And I'm gonna teach you. It's a teaching moment. Every time I tell a lesson or tell you something that I went through, it's always a teaching moment. So I'm gonna teach you what I went through, and hopefully you can go off of it and just become a better version of what that, or avoid what I went through. Sometimes it's all about avoiding those bad steps. But that's all I got. I'm gonna bring you into some real life experiences, man. So that's what I feel, man.
And that's the biggest thing. And I guess what I'm gonna get from this show, and the same thing I hope y'all get from the show, it just, like he said, real life experience. And me, when I say real life experiences, it more so if Mon tell a story and I know that I'm probably going through a little bit of that in my life, or I probably done been coming up to a scenario that I'm gonna take what you said and what you've been through and kind of tweak it for my own self, so I won't run into the same issues you went into. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
when I'm talking about listening to the podcast and really implementing, I ain't saying go word for word or how we gonna say it or what we gonna say, but it's more so of, oh dang, these guys went through something that I went through, but they went through it a different way. All right, let me see if I can take some hints or whatever from their story and see if I can help it aid me in my story and help me get down the path the right way. So they did all different type things that we trying to bring to it. And the biggest thing is just being a confident stepper. Like all hands down, whenever you tap in 24/5, our biggest goal is to have you stepping in the work week with confidence. No matter whatever you might be going through at work, you already know it's a bigger reason of why you doing what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's gonna be like a real big thing when it comes to 24/5.
That's big, man. That's big and that's huge, man. And another thing I want to say, man, we are welcoming all listeners, man. So don't feel like this might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? So any support and every support is good support. But listen in, you might be able to hear this message and share it with one of your loved ones that's going through something. Oh, I know a podcast you should listen to, or a podcast you should check out, man. These some young individuals doing their thing, and they speaking some truth, they speaking some facts. So I want to just say that just to give us a little leverage on the audience game, because it's gonna be a time you going through you scrolling in your phone. You could be searching us up, man. 24/5 podcast, man, and just listen in, just see what we got to say, cause we can say a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? In a short period of time, and I promise you, man, what we trying to do, trying to touch with at least one person, one or two people every podcast, and that'll be dope. And we can build off that. And if we can support you outside our podcast, that's another conversation. You know what I'm saying? But to say all of that, man, I feel grateful. This is a long time coming. We should have been did this, but we here now, and that's what it is, man. So we want to start off kind of fresh at the beginning of the year, and just put everything on table, man. So we good, man. So how you feeling, man? How you feeling, Coach Wilk, about everything?
It's crazy. You said it's been a long time coming, and it crazy because they kind of how I want to kind of started for episode, kind of like a first draw type thing. You get what I'm saying? Cause lo and behold, y'all, we probably done said we wanted to collab on a podcast for going on probably about a year and a half now. But we were so much caught up into like our own thing that we forgot what it was like to actually collab. Cause if you go back on a few episodes on Closed on Monday, when I was on there a few times too. Yeah. Bro, we was really yakking. You feel me?
We were rocking for a good little minute, man. Good.
Hey, we were really barking like some dogs. You feel me? And now to actually bring it all together, to actually legitly start a show, bro. It feel good to me. You get what I'm saying? Cause now, like, it's and what people don't understand is different doing a solo podcast, which means you're just doing podcasts by yourself. It brings a different aspect when you can have two people on one podcast, when you got a co-host and a host. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all can piggyback off of one another and actually feed some gems. You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of how we gonna try to go about this. Because I encourage you, if you're listening right now, go back and listen to a few episodes, and you're going to have to scroll a little bit, you feel me? But go back to a few episodes on Closed on Mondays when me and Mom were really chopping it up. And y'all going to see kind of already what we bring in. Like, sometimes we probably won't even finish these episodes, you get what I'm saying? But we're going to try to the best of our capability to kind of stick to our points. But when you get 2 G's to just go to talking, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes I might get on that thing with a cigar and just sit in and chop it up and talk to my boy, cause that's kind of like the conversations, or that's just how the flow gonna be to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, when I'm getting on you, bro, when I'm getting on here talking to you, bro, I feel like hey, bro, let me call Mom right quick. This is another conversation that we have, and if people can understand that, dang, these guys turned to normal conversations they can have on the regular when they call each other turns into a podcast, then they'll see how deeply rooted me and you are here 24/5, like through the weekdays, to help each other continue to, I guess, ascend and go higher in this thing we call life. You know what I'm saying? So once people understand that we ain't just doing this just to be doing it, like this real deal, me and your Stilo, and they actually see, dang, these boys, them. Hey, bro, if y'all don't know, man, me and Mom, we go way back to the
Way back.
motherfucker. We go way back to yay high to a grasshopper. You feel me?
Way
And
back.
if some of y'all don't know, man, me and Mon, he like my big brother that ain't my big brother, but he also a G that taught me a whole lot, like from football all the way to being an entrepreneur. And whenever we get to that football story, y'all gonna hate Mon for a little bit.
Hey,
But I'm gonna
chill
tell
out.
y'all now, don't hate my boy, because he helped me grow into the man that I am in today. Off of I ain't gonna say one football practice, but
No,
one
one
legit football practice.
season, really, one
One season.
season,
We're gonna say one
one
season, but it
season.
was one practice, y'all, that I say my boy, he had to turn me to a man, a young man at that point. But I hated him for a little bit, but at the same time, oh no,
What's going on?
at the same time, it was different. And it kind of, that was life lessons like back then. And like I said, we'll get to this whole story on a later episode. But when you realize the experiences that you went through when you were younger, and at that point in time you never knew why you was going through it until you look a few years later and you be like, dang, I appreciate you, bro, for doing that. You feel me? I appreciate you for taking me through that. Like that's something I always say to you, bro. Like even now, even off camera, bro, I tell you this,
Yeah.
appreciate you for everything you done and like the experience that you have me experienced so far. And when these people tap in 24/5, y'all ain't just getting what we going through in life right now currently. Y'all gonna get stuff from 5, 10, 15 years ago that we've been through.
Point?
Yeah, what brought us to this point. Like y'all just don't understand. Like we done been through a whole lot just to be able to say me and Mon gonna do a podcast together and actually bring it to fruition. So once y'all understand the knots and the twist that made this quilt, y'all gonna be like, them boys a different breed. Them boys cut from a different cloth. You feel me? And once they see that, it gonna be a whole lot of fun and games, bro. A whole lot of fun and games.
This been seasoning for a long time. It's been marinating for a minute. So I feel that, man. But to wrap up everything, cause we ain't gonna hold you too long. This is just an intro podcast. Like I said, like my boy said, first draw. Want to just give you a glimpse on what we got going and what we got coming next. So, man, to wrap it up, man, appreciate everybody that's attending, that's will be zooming in on us and just trying to see what we got going on, what we're cooking up. But, man, pay attention because we got a lot more in store. It's just the beginning. We're going to keep this thing going on weekly, and we're going to keep it going on with those other podcasts. So, Forever Family Friday and Closed on Mondays, we got something special going on that side of town, too. But also, we're going to be opening to guests, but not too soon. You feel me? But we wanna whip it up ourselves first. Just get refamiliar because we done it before, and just keep it going, man. Keep it flowing, man. Any closing words of encouragement, my guy?
Oh man,
Want to add to the
our GP, I was just finna tell you, give the people one thing to help them finish the work week.
Gotcha.
Give them one thing to help them finish the work week, and we're gonna end it like that. Give them one little gem that you feel like will help them finish the work week, and we got this thing.
One gem for y'all guys, man. This is the biggest thing I can give you, and it's very simple, man. Get started. That can mean a lot. If you're trying to conquer something, if you're trying to get that new job, if you're trying to build yourself up, whatever you got to do, get started. Don't sit on your hands because it's not going to happen like that. I'm going to tell you that right now. Sometimes it take a long time to get something going. It might take you 7 months to get started, but it might take you a day to get started. But whatever you put in, whatever effort you put in, I promise you, you're gonna be able to see it in like 10 months or a year from now, you know. So that's all I got for you guys, man. Get started. Whatever you gotta do, get started. That's the biggest
Oh,
thing.
GP, that mean that's a good one. I mean, you really took it out of my hand, cause I was just finna say do your own push-ups, and
Hey,
I ain't even
oof,
talking about physically. And
I
and
like
and
that. I
f-
like
for
that.
and to piggyback off mine when he say get started, and yeah, I'm gonna say get started, but at the same time understanding, like if you still want them cats that procrastinate or whatever, understand that you gonna have to eventually do your own push-ups. Can't nobody do
Mhm.
push-ups for you. You feel me?
That's right.
Only way you gonna get stronger at something, only way you gonna be able to rep something out if you start by doing your own push-up yourself. Like if you start with a little simple thing, write down one single goal for the day. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And knock that goal out that one single day.
One goal.
Write you by three. Write you 3-4 goals out for the week, and in 4-5 days in 24/5. If 5 days in 24/5, give me
And
two
get
to three goals, and when in those 5 days, I need all them. I need those 2 to 3 goals knocked out, and I guarantee you starting your push ups off right, right,
mhm.
and be consistent with your push ups. Make sure we doing them daily. You know what I mean? Rep yourself daily. Whatever you got going on, your dreams, your goals, and your aspiration, make sure you tune into them daily.
Hey,
Make sure
and
you
the
get your
piggyback, and I
push-ups
ain't
in.
trying to stretch it, but the piggyback off that, hey man, you keep doing your push-ups, 3 or 4 a week, you're gonna see some results. You're gonna see
Oh,
some results. You're
OTP.
gonna be like, oh, I'm getting stronger. Oh,
You
I'm looking
feel me?
different. You're
You
gonna see
feel me?
those results. And we ain't talking about physical push-up. We talking about what you got going on. Keep cooking. You're gonna see the food get done. Promise you that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's a big thing. So take heed of that, y'all. And we're gonna end it off of that. We appreciate y'all for checking in to the first draw of 24/5. And
24 is high.
believe we finna be dealing a whole lot more cards to y'all. So make sure you tune in because we got a special deck on deck. You know what I mean?
Hey man. Hi man. We out here, man. We holler at y'all, man. Till next time.